Hello guys, it's Holly Bueller here, and this is the There Is Hope Now course. I am going to talk to you about tapping and the tapping sequences that we will be using. I choose them on purpose. I'm very intentional with them. And if you guys are familiar with EFT, this will be similar. However, we will not have to go through a talking sequence like you're used to. These sequences are really short and pretty easy to follow once you understand their structure, and they're highly effective. In fact, many of my clients message me back after I send them a link to a particular sequence, and they say, how was that so effective? So I love this because we don't have to go into the negative talk, and it's really quick. We don't have to spend a lot of time doing it. So I'll walk you through the structure of it really quickly. And then in any of the following tapping sequence videos, remember the structure and remember the pre-work and the post-work, the assessments, because I won't walk you through those each and every time. So what we do is, no matter what you're experiencing, on a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is it? 1 being the lowest and 10 being pretty intense. Where we would like to see you eventually after the tapping is down to about a 2 or a 3. Keep repeating the tapping sequences until you get to that low number. So with these, there will be different categories, different tapping sequences, and go with your intuition as far as which one to pick. And there really isn't a wrong one to do because they're all going to be helpful, but some are more helpful depending on what you're experiencing. So find that number. Say you have some feelings of anxiety and it's like a 6 or a 7. So you'll go through the tapping sequence and then reassess. And if, again, it's higher than a 3 or a 4, go back and do it again until you can get to a 2 or a 3 is really ideal. Now, what we do is at the beginning of each video, I'll tell you the tapping points that we will use. And then the structure, the 9 gamut structure or sequence this is going to be your gamut spot right here. You're going to tap right here. And then you'll have your eyes open while you tap this, eyes closed. So eyes closed. And then you'll look down and to the left. So to the left and down while tapping, and then down and to the right. You can either go down and over, or you can just straight shot down. It just depends on what you can do. Some people need to break it up in the steps, and that's okay. Then you'll go around in a circle with your eyes. So keeping your head straight forward, you'll go around here and then around in a circle back. So circle to the left and circle to the right, continuing to tap. And then you'll hum a tune. I usually do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Some people do Happy Birthday. So continuing to tap. And then you speak the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go back to humming that tune again. Take a big deep breath in, and then you'll reassess. So most of the sequences will have that portion at the end. Some don't. So just go off the instruction of each of the tapping sequences that I give you. But take that big deep breath, and then you're going to reassess. So what's your number? Is it a 5? Is it a 4? Go back through, do the tapping sequence. And if you're down to a 2 or 3, that's a lot better, and that's kind of where we want to see you. Now, you don't have to wait until you're in intense emotions to do these tapping sequences. What you can do, because we know the brain is really powerful and it doesn't understand past and future. It thinks that everything is now. So even though our conscious brains understand, oh, tomorrow is the future, what we can do is we can think about things in the future, and it causes anxiety and panic and this angst right now. We can also think about things in the past, and it can bring up those really intense emotions now. So what we can do is we don't want to get you into a big anxious energy without giving you tools to walk through it. So what you can do is you can think about the thing that's been causing you anxiety. Think about the thing that's been causing you to feel depression, and you can bring up that emotion and that energy in that moment, and then you can walk through the sequence, and you will most likely notice that it will dramatically improve as you go. So that's another thing that we can do with these tapping sequences. And really do it as many times as you need. I mean, I wouldn't do them all day, every day, 24 hours a day. Give yourself some time to rest in between and to really integrate. What we're doing is we're mixing up the signals in our brains, but we're also we're working with the left and right hemisphere of the brain, but we're also using meridian points. We use different points, and these cover different meridians, which are the energy pathways in the body. And we help move those and get energy flowing and shift the stuff that's been stuck. In one of those other lessons, we talked about how emotions and trauma can literally get stuck in different parts of your bodies. And by tapping on these different points, we can get that to move. Also, don't be surprised if you have some emotion come up. Say you start out with anxiety and you're feeling anxious and you're going to the simple anxiety tapping. After that, you may feel some anger. So then you can go to the anger tapping. And after that, you may feel some sad feelings or feelings of depression. You can go to the depression tapping sequence. And again, we do not do this to diagnose, and we are not curing, and we are not any of those things. These are just tools that absolutely worked for me, and I'm sharing them with you. So hopefully that is it, and that this all makes sense, and I will walk you through each of the sequences in each of the videos, and they will be broken up into different sequences so that you can go to exactly the videos that are helpful for you and not have to watch through a bunch of different ones. So excited to see you in the following videos where we walk you through all kinds of different tapping sequences. Comment if you have any questions, and please share your experiences with these and how they're working for you, and we would love to hear from you. So we will see you in the next video.